indeed you are a member.
Are you whistleblowers?
So says the court.
So,
We believe so, but the court has confirmed that indeed you are whistleblowers.
okay. So in terms of your understanding, when did you become whistleblowers?
I will respond in this way, Honorable Chair. From the first day that General Patlani sent an email to all SAPS members to say the so-called whistleblower, I will assume that is when he gave us that title to say we are whistleblowers.
No, despite that title that was given to you by General Patlani, in terms of the work that you are doing, when did you start to do that work?
Yeah, through the documents.
Or when did you start to blow the whistle?
No, that has been long, even before, because Colonel was here. But this is what he has been doing even before we joined. Then that has been our responsibility to report crime when we see it. So we can't say which year.
So General Patlani gave you that title when? In
2012.
2012.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment.
On matters relating to complaints that you lodged in 2011, correct?
Yeah, around, yes.
Yeah. So in terms of the sequence of events, if we were to go in terms of the work that you have been doing, in terms of blowing the whistle, you started blowing the whistle in 2011 when you lodged these complaints.
Honorable Chair, that question is problematic because, as I'm saying, we didn't join the division once. There were those who were before, then we joined them. But as I've said, those who were before is what they've been doing. Then when we join, then it's just continuing with the trend or with the responsibility.
Yeah, but the complaints here that are listed on page 2, paragraph 13, are complaints which were lodged in 2013. Correct? I mean, in 2011.
No, if through you, Chair, if the honorable member can check, there's a gathering before General Patlani arrived.
Yes.
That drugs were stolen there. We have placards on that gathering where we have a picture.
No, I mean your complaint. Leave the incidents, but I'm saying the complaints. When were they lodged by you formally in 2011? Remember, there are these complaints: theft of drugs at the lab, theft of rhino horns, sexual harassment, irregular appointment, irregular payment of scarce skills allowance, maladministration, and victimization. You lodged them formally in 2011.
Okay, the complaints were formally lodged in 2011. But dating back from 2005, Silverton FSL, we've been reporting this malfeasance to our top management at the institutional level.
So how were you reporting them, verbally or in writing?
We were reporting them during the union meetings with management.
No, because in terms of what we have written here, in the case of appointments, for instance, of your allegation for irregular appointments, you start talking about that. Let me see. On paragraph 30, for instance, when you talk about irregular appointments, you start from 2011. You are not starting from 2005. You start from when Brigadier Morapeti was appointed, and you are saying that appointment was irregular. So, insofar as this statement is concerned, there is no reflection that dates from 2005. It starts from 2011. So there is nothing that suggests that you have been whistleblowers from 2005.
Okay.
in your statement?
Chair, is correct. On our statement, 2005 is not reflected. But I'm trying to put in perspective the chronological order when the malfeasance at FSL were
Yeah,
happening.
but let's go in accordance with what is contained in your statement.
Yes, I'm coming there.
Yeah.
Coming there. These complaints were formally lodged when we engaged General Patlani in the meeting. And after General Patlani failed us, we escalated the matter to General Mokwanazi.
No. I get that. You have explained that here. But in terms of the explanation that you have given here, you did that from 2011. That's what you are saying here. So you are not disputing what I'm saying when I say to you, you started to formally report these things in 2011 in terms of what you have written here in your statement.
Correct, Chair.
Now, the problem I have here, I'm not trying to undermine your grievances. I think in this country we'll need whistleblowers. That is why in the committee, in the Portfolio Committee of Justice and Constitutional Development, we always make noise about the protection of whistleblowers because they are at the heart of a battle against corruption. So they need protection. But whistleblowing also must be genuine. It must not be opportunistic because whistleblowing is a very important instrument that is used to fight against corruption. Now, when you talk about irregular appointments here, in your statement, you are also involving your cases that you also appointed. I mean, you also applied, but you were not shortlisted, and so on. Now, as a person who was never involved in all these things, how do you convince me that all the complaints you are raising about irregular appointments are not informed by your anger, are not informed by the fact that you applied and you were never appointed, but are informed by corruption that is taking place in SAPS? I'm saying this because it's too much of a coincidence that your complaints about irregular appointments starts exactly from when you applied and were never appointed. It's too much of a coincidence. So how do you convince me that these complaints are genuine? They are not influenced by your personal ambitions.
Thanks, Chair. Just to answer in short, our whistleblowing does not start when I applied or Captain Malaji applied. We have an irregular appointment of Brigadier Morabedi before these grievances. We have a irregular appointment of Brigadier before our grievances. And our grievances, it's not, we applied not knowing the outcome. Our presentation says after we lodge a grievance and then upon discovery of document, we identify these irregularities and we reported those irregularities to the relevant authorities, being IPID, the then component head Major General Ngoga, where he requested internal audit to also investigate our complaint. And irregularities were found, and then they made findings and recommendation to say disciplinary inquiry and also criminal charges must be invoked. Thank
So
you.
is that your response?
Yes.
Yeah, but if I can add, Chair, through you, Chair.
Yeah, you may.
Yeah. You see, to create an impression that, when a person is not happy with the recruitment process, when you lodge a grievance, is anger, I think that will be problematic. It's not correct. People have the right to lodge grievance if they're not happy with the appointments, which is what my colleague has done, or all of us we do. But you can't say if a person lodge grievance now is angry. That I think is not what.
No.
was
Remember,
expressed.
this is a question, so you can't tell me about the correctness of my question. It's a question, and I'm giving you a platform to give an explanation as a person who is involved in this. I was never involved. So you must be bold and we must have confidence enough to take me through and not tell me about the correctness and the wrongfulness of my question. I know why I'm asking this question. I was never there. You need to convince me that these grievances are genuine. They were not informed by anger. Like I'm saying to you that this is too much of a coincidence that you apply in 2011, they don't appoint you, you become whistleblowers. Because that's what appears here in your statement. There is no reflection of you being whistleblowers in your statement before your application in 2011. But I got your clarity, so we need to move on. I got your clarity for the sake of time. So you are saying the General Phasa then got appointed as the acting National Commissioner, notwithstanding the CPN reports or findings rather. Did the report implicate Mr. Phasa, General Phasa?
Yes, Chair.
It did implicate him. How did it implicate him?
On the appointment of Brigadier Morabedi.
So what was it saying?
It says the appointment of Brigadier Morabedi is irregular, and the reason for declaring it irregular is her application was found in the rejection box, but her application found a way back to the interview panelist, and she was interviewed and recommended as a successful candidate. Whereas even they are substantiating again to say the application was incomplete. And the regulation in terms of applying in terms of the application of our SAPS, there's a paragraph that says if your application is incomplete, your application will be rejected. You will not be considered.
Okay. So at the time when you lodged these complaints, you lodged them to Mr. Phasa while he was still the divisional commissioner for forensic, correct? Correct.
No, for the appointment.
Yes.
For this specific one, we lodge it to our union.
So you never.
Yes, we can't because he's conflicted. We can't report to him.
Okay. Okay. So in your belief, Mr. Phasa used his influence, his position to influence how the findings of the reports must be implemented. Is that your evidence?
No, that is not our evidence, Chair.
Yeah. Why? What? Because what we are saying here is that I think I'm looking for the relevant paragraph. I think it's paragraph 24. You are saying in 2016, Lieutenant General Phasa was confirmed the acting National Commissioner of the SAPS, notwithstanding adverse findings of the CPN report. And then on paragraph 12, you are saying, on paragraph 13, you are saying, in November 2011, I and Colonel Ramolobe held a meeting with Lieutenant General Phasa, then divisional, I think you meant the then divisional commissioner of forensic science services. In the meeting with Lieutenant General Phasa, we reported systematic corruption within the division. But you go on to say, then they held a media briefing which exonerated Mr. Phasa, whereas he was not supposed to be exonerated because in your belief, the report implicated him. Hence my question that do you believe that he used his position as the acting national commissioner to influence the implementation of the recommendations of the report?
That we cannot 100% say yes honorable member. But what surprises us is when he made this press briefing or media statement, General Nkua is sitting with him. But General Nkua was with us on the meeting on the 14th with General Pierre, and she was instructed. I think my colleague, Captain Malaji, explained that to say we can't read their mind, but we don't know what influenced her to agree with General Patlani to say the CPN report cleared him.
Yeah.
She can be of her best to explain that.
Okay, so you are saying the reason why I'm focusing on General Patlani is because he's still coming back to the committee. So we need to ask him about all these affirmations. Now, we are listing all these complaints here, these wrongdoings. Theft of drugs at the lab. At the time when you reported them, did you have evidence in your possession?
That's correct. Yeah.
Did your evidence implicate individuals working in SAPS?
That's correct. Yeah.
And where are those individuals now?
Others are still working.
Others. So there was no consequence management. No one has ever been fired for this allegation.
Oh, for drugs, no one was fired. It's only the rhino one.
Okay.
issue, yeah.
And then theft of rhino-horns, we have already responded. Sexual harassment, are there any individuals who have been fired as a result of this allegation?
That's correct. Brigadier Joubert, subsequently, after raising this matter, and this matter was discussed at the Police Portfolio Committee, he automatically resigned.
So he was not fired, he resigned.
He was not fired, he resigned.
Do you know the circumstances surrounding his resignation?
No, we don't know.
Yeah, so you can't say he resigned because of this, because you don't know the circumstances. Irregular appointment, you have already said that General Patlani is not part of it, correct? Is part of it and was implicated by the report. Who else was involved, according to the evidence you have at hand?
For irregular appointments.
Yes.
It's, now, Brigadier Agar, we say there's a case of a Pretoria Central case.
Is it not the one who was dismissed and later reinstated
Yes.
through a settlement?
Yes,
That's the one.
yes.
Is there anyone who has been suspended or dismissed post the settlement between SAPS and those members who were affected?
Not that any that we know, but we've been following this thing in vain.
Yeah, because my great concern as well is that there are no repercussions for all these allegations that you are raising. Now, the question I have is that because of the lack of evidence or there is manipulation within SAPS? And if the latter is the case, how is it possible that all this can be manipulated by different incumbents? Because like what the honorable member has said, that there are many national commissioners who have come in between now and 2011. Does that mean all of them are abdicating their responsibility?
We don't know, but on the evidence that we have, there is just I don't know how to call it, slow pace in addressing this, or just I don't want to implement. Because simply on the issue of settlement, the consequence must apply. And hence we're saying we try to arrange a meeting with the divisional commissioner for legal. He knows about these issues, and his subordinate, they are the one to sign. Because he cannot say this one happened when I was not there. In the police, when you get a post, there is this thing we call handover. You are given a report as to when you ended, you say, Chief, this is what I'm leaving on your table. These matters we must read and follow up.
Okay.
But we try to source the assistant of general
Okay.
Chomani, he never.
No, I
bothered
get
to
that.
attend. Yes.
Then my last question. On paragraph 14, you are saying General Patlane said he cannot open the can of worms.
Yes.
What did you understand him to be saying when he said that?
We have a audio clip, honorable member. We gave it to the secretary. We requested that the audio be played. Then you'll read from the audio.
No, I wanted you to give us context.
No, if quote him, I say, but the reading was just say in short. But we will request the audio to be played through you, Chair. He said the struggle of today is the struggle of tomorrow. What happened in the past, I cannot go back, dig that on my members. I can't do that. I can't open a can of worm. That is when we said, it's tough here. Yes. We have him on audio. We had a very official meeting. Then we are reading people who were present in the meeting, very senior officers.
Yeah.
But we take it to he was protecting them. But he's having an obligation in our document annexures. There's a code of conduct in the police that we are made to sign by the office of Lieutenant General Nkowa each year. The last paragraph gives an obligation on a member to say if you see an act of corruption or you are told of act of corruption, you must act there and there.
Yeah, no, I'm asking because I'm giving you a platform to give your interpretation to
Yes.
to contextualize it, because this statement alone does not give any a clear understanding of what he meant. Maybe your interpretation might differ to his when we ask him to say, what did you mean when you said you cannot open a can of worms? So just give an understanding of what he meant under the circumstances. What was he trying to communicate with you?
I can't do anything. I can't charge my members because he's saying I cannot go back and dig that on my members, my senior members. The struggle of today is a struggle of tomorrow. If I'm quoting him well, but we are requesting the committee to play the audio. You'll hear him well. It's just a 2-second, if not 2 minutes, clip, Honorable Chair, so that everyone can hear, and then you'll use your interpretation.
So you didn't ask the meaning from him to say, General, what do you mean when you say this?
It was a very hostile, from the reading of it, it was a very hostile meeting.
Oh, it was a hostile
Yeah,
meeting.
it was just a show of power.
Okay.
Different from the first interaction with him.
So you said there's this case that is currently on appeal. Who is representing you
No one, sir.
as your legal? So Advocate Dali SC and Advocate Ngogaitobi only lodged an appeal, a leave to appeal for you, and they left it there.
Yes, Chair.
So you're on your own now.
Yes, Chair.
So you want the committee to help you, you want Parliament to help you.
Yes, Chair.
Did you approach PopCrew?
PopCrew,
Didn't you say you were members of PopCrew?
we explained the fallout of us and PopCrew. We didn't agree. It's in our affidavit to say when we said this lawsuit it's unlawful and uncalled for. We said call our minister, call General Pierre, because she's the one who instituted the investigation. She must come to our assistant. Then PopCrew said we can't call those people. We say why? Then they failed to explain. That is when we saw something is wrong. We explained in our affidavit. Then we pulled out. That is when we got on ourselves. In fact, it's not ourselves. It's Colonel Ramolube who assisted us because they're the one who paid Attorney Leshabani. Then he went and represent us, but he said you'll pay me after.
So PopCrew refused.
No, it's we can't say PopCrew refused. We didn't agree, and there was just you taking instruction from us. We said no, we can't take instruction from you. We are members. We are subscribing. We must talk to this thing collectively.
So I don't understand you. What is it that you did not agree on?
When we say General Pierre must be joined, Minister Ntleko must be joined, but then he was Minister Ntleko. Yes.
Or you wanted them to be joined
Yes, 'cause-
as parties.
There's parties so that they can come to our rescue to say, because in a meeting on the 14th, General Pierre made an undertaking, honorable member, to say, I will instruct General Patlan to withdraw this thing.
So the legal team for Pop Crew refused to listen to that.
Yes.
Is that what you are saying?
Yes, they said Pop Crow. They said they are taking instruction from Pop Crow. They said, no, Pop Crow is us.
So the result of which you terminated their mandate.
Yes, then we robbed in Attorney Lishaban.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
And
Attorney Lishabane was paid by you
he
from
was paid for.
your own pockets.
Yes.
Yeah, but if Pop Crew now says they don't have a problem with representing you further, then how will you respond? Because I've been asking myself that were you not paying subscription to Pop Crew for legal representation in the event you face a legal problem? And if so, why are they not extending their hands for you?
Through you, Chair, honorable member, just to, I don't know, I'll be entering another level, but to tell the honorable committee, we no longer having unions. That is my submission. Now to get an assistant from union, it's like you are begging, but you are paying a monthly subscription. Because we went there after I don't remember the date we were called, because we were pursuing this matter. We were called to know you misbehaved. We were called to order.
Yes.
Made to apologize. We apologize, but the case is still pending.
You were called to order by who?
By one Mr. Mbela and Mr. Skade.
Yes.
Yes.
They were called. They called you to order for
head office. We went there. Then we were called to a meeting. That is when we were told, no, you misbehave. Why did you withdraw our service? But we said we were not talking same language. Then they said, no, you must apologize for your behavior. We apologize, Honorable Chair. We want to place in order because we really want this matter to get support from them. We apologize that I want to be on record. But nothing happened after we apologized. That's why I'm saying it's like we are begging for services that we are paying. It's very painful.
Yes.
It's very painful.